Everybody at least has one story to share. And you are probably thinking that in this age, you cannot share your story with a massive audience in a modern medium. You may think about a lot of artworks and find yourself infirm. This requires a lot of skill, I cannot share my story, or I don't have the time and budget to pursue this. And this is the part where digital storytelling comes to play. In short terms, digital storytelling utilizes videos and photos with a self-revelatory narrative to share a personal experience in the shortest way possible. According to Joel Lambert, one of the theory crafters of digital storytelling, this is the shortest and most direct method to have someone invest in the power of their own story and complete an idea of an edit with a sense of reasonable satisfaction about their creative experience. In this guide, we will show you how to be a digital storyteller in simple steps. Step 1. Coming up with a story. For some people, this step is so simple. If you are among those people who have a story, good for you. But if you don't have, we're gonna help you with some simple techniques to come up with a good story to share. But before that, for the people who have a story to share, be careful. Your story should be short, self-revelatory, and narrated by yourself. More on that later. Let all the idea float around your head. Maybe there you find your personal story. In this story circle, sometimes hearing others people's experiences as stories give you courage to come up with your own story, or maybe it triggers a memory that you basically forgot. The good thing about a digital storytelling script is that it should be only understandable to the creator, you. It doesn't have to follow any kind of format. But there are a couple of things that you should be mindful of.
The participants write down their stories on a piece of paper and shuffle them all together. In this case, other people in the group will recite your story without uncovering your identity. Another technique is object of resemblance. Find an object that is important to you. Think about it. Why is it important to you? Try to find the story behind it, as it may help you to find a memory that you forgot about. Talking to your family and friends. Often hearing the stories of your friends and family that are also in your memory as well might lead you to remember some memories. The good thing about digital storytelling is that the script can be written in any form. It is only important to write the text the way that the creator understands it. But there are some things that you should be mindful of. Your story should be in the first person, or at least it should be about you or your responses. There are many rooms to experiment here. For example, somebody else can tell your story, an AI or a group of people, but it should be about you and your perspective.
Step 3. Finding your right footages or images.
Before we talk about the ways of finding the right material, let's talk about the right approach. Your video will be about 2 to 3 minutes, which means you do not have that much time to add much needed layers to your story. And yes, sometimes it is better to say less, but sometimes you want to share some important detail. To prevent text becomes too long, you can use videos or images that add new details to your story instead of saying the same thing that is happening on the screen. For example, if it is said by the narrator that the professional women athletes are underpaid, you can show the differences between men's and women's salaries in sports. Now that you have the right approach, we can focus on finding the materials in these ways. Using personal archives. If you have available footage for your story, you can use them. For instance, if you are talking about childhood memory and have footage about that era, it would help make your video more personal and relatable. This footage can be photos or videos. Yes, in digital storytelling, you can use photos as well. Using internet archives or stock footage. There are many videos and images that you can find across the internet to easily enrich your story. you will find them with a single search on the internet. But for more accurate result, you can visit websites such as pixels.com or pixabay.com. In there, you can see a lot of stock images, videos related to your subject. A friendly reminder, don't forget to credit the footage to their owners. Capturing new footage. Sometimes you want to make it more authentic and personal, and you do not want to use people's assets. But sadly, for whatever reason, you do not have any original material. In this case, you can create your own footage, and fortunately, you don't need to have any special equipment, only a camera, and it can be your phone. But for learning the basics of how to capture your videos, please check out our other tutorials.
Step 4. Record your narrative. For recording your own voice, you can use a variety of things. For example, you can use this, you can use your own phone, or you can just buy some high quality gadget. It does not matter. The only thing that is really important is that you make your voice being heard. Something like make it more comprehensible, more understandable and clear. Step 5. Editing. In this step, you have to edit and everything comes together. So you can use a variety of editing applications out there, but specifically we want to focus on Adobe Premiere Pro, and we're not going to discuss that on this tutorial. We have a dedicated tutorial for this, and my colleague Lauren, she's Lauren, is gonna teach you how to use Adobe Premiere Pro in a basic level to edit your stuff. Step 6. Publishing.
Wherever you publish your work, make sure it is interactive with the audience. Telling a story is not a one-sided act. In fact, the reflection after sharing is the most important part of it. You have to make understanding of your experience from other perspectives as well.
And for the publishing part, you can just publish your work everywhere, especially on social media. But the thing is that each platform has its own restriction duration, so you cannot upload all of your video, or maybe you have to make it into different parts. So be mindful of that. Another platform would be YouTube. Thank you for watching.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah.